This week in Sporting Dog Adventures, we're out in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma on a hunt set up by our good friends the Goose Cowboys for a duck hunt on a small farm pond. Stay tuned for some high-flying, small pond, waterfowl action coming up next.
Sporting Dog Adventures, run boy run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
Welcome to the Sporting Dog Adventures channel. Please like our video and subscribe so you catch our 3 new videos weekly.
On this week's show, we are back out in Oklahoma on a duck hunt set up by good friend Chris Anderson of the Goose Cowboy Guide Service. This hunt is a continuation from an earlier episode this season where we had some great duck and goose action. I was in Reno, Nevada, and as a producer, I got a call that you never want to get. I was told that my hunt in Kansas was completely off because everything had froze up and all the birds had left. I made a call to Chris. Chris set me up with his friends that he called Mallard Boys on a small farm pond in central Oklahoma.
Hey, welcome to Sporting Dog Adventures. We're in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. We got some buddies here that took us out duck hunting. Chris Anderson from Goose Cowboys hooked us up. Introduce yourself.
My name's John McHughes.
John's got us out here on their private pond. We're going to put some herd on some birds. What kind of birds are we going to see?
We'll predominantly see widgeons, gadwalls, maybe a few teal, and a lot of diving ducks, ringnecks, maybe a bufflehead or two. But that's kind of get a mixed bag here.
You said we're kind of in a flyway area where the birds are working their way south and they're stopping off here. I know we can't shoot yet, and we had 3 different groups land already.
Right.
So Rommel's excited. He's ready to go. So now you said your guys you have, they never miss, right?
Right.
That's fantastic. Well, it should be a great show. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Sunlight was just breaking and it was almost shooting hours. We had a few birds that came in prior to legal shooting time, so we had to let them go. One bird came in, landed in the pond. He was polite enough to wait until legal shooting time. And when he took off, we got our first bird.
Bird down.
Here, buddy. Hold. Drop. Got a pretty little teal.
On top.
Nice shooting, boys.
Here you got 2. Hey,
Look at the feathers.
Look at the feathers coming in.
Rommel, come here. Come here, bud. Here. Rommel. Oh, we did a little better in the second group. Come here, hold. Through the decoys. Back! Yeah, no doubt, eh? Here. Come here, bud. Hold. Sit. Pretty little bird. We got 4 birds down already. We just started. Rommel's doing a good job. Our shooting's good. It's going to be a great show. Hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned for more after this.
Welcome back to Sporting Dog Adventures. On this week's nutritional tip, I have Mary Reynolds from Loyal Pet Food. Mary, tell me about one of the main ingredients in a majority of your foods.
Yeah, so actually we use poultry byproduct meal, and that kind of gets a bad rep in the industry because, you know, they've claimed that there's beaks and feet and feathers in poultry byproduct, but there's actually 2 different grades. There's pet food grade and feed grade. Feed grade is where you're going to find those undigestible sources like beaks and feet and feathers. Pet food grade is actually mainly organs, muscle, connective tissue of the animal, which is actually the most nutrient-rich source of protein you can get is the organs.
When you look at a dog in the wild, when they would eat a pheasant, chuck, or quail,
one of the first things they're going to eat are the organs and the connective tissues of that bird, correct?
Yeah, you're exactly right. When you think of a dog or animal in the wild, the first thing they're going to go for is the organs because it's the most nutrient-rich source of protein that an animal can get. So they're craving it. It's essential to them, so they want it.
Now, Mary, when you get into a lot of dog foods, they'll list whole chicken as the main ingredient. Could you explain that to me?
Yeah, so when you're going out to buy pet food, you look at whole chicken and you think that's got to be great for my dog. We think of when we eat whole chicken. But in all reality, whole chicken as itself is about 60% moisture. So when you take that down to make the dog food and make it into a dry formula, you take out a lot of that water weight. So in all reality, instead of being the first ingredient, it actually could be your third, fourth, or even fifth ingredient that your dog's getting.
So poultry byproducts are actually a good thing.
Yeah, pet food grade, which is what we use in Loyal Pet Foods. And the thing is we tend to humanize our dogs. You know, they're our friends, they're our family, and we want to give them the best nutrients. But in all reality, what dogs require is different than what humans require.
I know my dogs do great on it. They're out in the field now. Let's get back to some high-flying adventures. Once we had a few birds down, the sun started to get a little bit higher in the sky. John took a few minutes to explain our decoy spread and how we were set up for the hunt.
This is a really deep pond, and so we just kind of line the bank like they're feeding. We've got a few of those Higdon feeders. We really like the Higdon motion. They make really good decoys, but we couldn't be too fancy with our decoys because of the depth of the pond. You guys want to call it? Call it. Take 'em.
Nice shot, guys.
Is there a bunch back there?
Here. Good boy. Here. Hold it. Call it when you're ready, guys. Drake down in front of you. Sit. A situation like this is really challenging for your hunting dog. A bird came in, it landed, but we had more birds working. Rommel had to hold and stay at my side so that we could wait for those other birds to come in. During something like this, don't be afraid to talk to your dog. You can whisper to him, tell him sit, tell him he's being a good dog. It'll just help him and reinforce your training as well as let him know he's doing exactly what you want him to. Got Rommel going out to get a cripple now. It gives a little extra work for him. He's got to get after that one. It's going to dive on him. And he'll do some work. He'll get that one. Over. Rommel just picked the bird up. We got more coming in. It's a nice part about a trained dog. Those are committed. They're coming in. Rommel was coming in. It's nice because he knew where to go, although he did go the wrong end of the line, but didn't have to talk to him. We had birds working. Should have had those two, but shows training. He knew to come back. He held the bird. He's forced out, so he's not going to put the bird down as a cripple, because if he wasn't forced out, he would have dropped the bird, and that bird was diving on him, and it took him about 3 tries to get out there and grab him. Even though we're in Oklahoma, the excuses, the sun was in my eyes, even though the sun's over there, the excuses are the same any part of the country, right, John?
Yeah, they are. That's for sure.
Nice shooting, guys. Attaboy, good dog. Rommel. Heel, hold, fetch it up. On the next retrieve, Rommel got a very brief training session with fetch. You have to keep your standards when you're working with your dog. If your standard is that they're going to bring a bird in and hold it and not drop it, you need to correct them in the field. Take the time to work with your dog, otherwise the standard that you set in the field will become the standard they adhere to. Pretty bird, Drake Gadwall. Got the coloring on him. Really pretty bird. Pretty and down, and that's what we like. So far we had some great waterfowl action with some phenomenal dog work. Stay tuned for more Oklahoma small pond waterfowl high flying action after this. Welcome to this week's product review on Sporting Dog Adventures. I've got a mobile, strong, secure storage unit that we had dropped off. This is a great unit. It's got 2 pull-out drawers. The drawers have storage for your firearms as well as separated storage where you can put your training supplies, your ammunition, and your clothing. The nice part about this unit compared to other models on the market, it's half the price, it's also half the weight. I know having a pickup truck, it's a great feature that I can take this unit that weighs about 150 pounds, 2 adults can comfortably take it out, put it aside, and I still have the full storage in my truck. It also leaves enough headroom so that I can fit my kennels and anything else I want when I'm out on the road. It's got a great locking system that allows me to secure my firearms and my hunting equipment so that when I'm not in my truck, I know that the stuff is safe. The Mobile Strong Secure Storage System. It's great for your guns, gear, and all your canine supplies. Now let's get back to the high-flying adventures. Hey, welcome back to Oklahoma. We got some birds down. We got a bunch of different types of ducks. It's a fun hunt, a little bit on the chilly side. Rommel's performing awesome for us. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
On the next part of the hunt, you are going to get to see what a $30 duck looks like.
Hey, nice shot. Oh, coming over top.
Awesome. Yeah, he needed a little extra pellets. That was a team effort on that one, huh? We got like 6 different ducks already. That's cool. I love the dog chasing. It'll look good. Chase is on. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, down he went.
This bird was winged and really gave Rommel a workout. It kept ducking and diving on him, and finally he tracked it down at the other end of the pond.
Come on, bud. Good boy. Rommel. Good boy. Good boy, here.
In my opinion, Oklahoma is a hidden treasure for waterfowl hunting. It is dotted with small ponds and waterways that hold multiple species of birds, which makes it a waterfowler's dream.
We had a pond, we've kind of named them. This one's called the barn hole because there's a barn right there. But we had a pond that we called the honey hole, and it was just phenomenal last year. I mean, we probably killed a total of probably 1,200 birds last year off this lease. And that was one that was just a mixed bag every day. That's when Chris Anderson went with us on. And then they also banned geese in Pauls Valley.
Okay.
And so when we shoot geese out here, we get a lot of jewelry. So, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, this is nice because we've got such a good mixed bag too, so it's just cool from a viewing perspective. Heel, sit.
When you're hitting the field on your waterfowl hunts, you always have your setup, your decoy spreads, and your strategy for that day. On this day, the wind was forecasted to be consistently from one direction. Just our luck, it switched.
We just had a big wind switch, Kev.
Once that wind switched, the pattern of the birds changed, and our hunt was pretty much done for that morning.
Well, gentlemen, we're at the end of the hunt, 15 birds. Thanks for taking us out. We got a bunch of different types. I mean, normally you go out, you shoot about the same type the whole way, but here in central Oklahoma, what did we all get today?
Oh, we've got a few widgeon, some gadwall, hooded merganser drake, a few mallards, ringneck, and some green-winged teal.
I know Rommel appreciated all your shooting, guys. Thanks a lot for having us out.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Coming up after the break, we're going to have a special ladies' corner where we take our friend Helen from New Mexico out on a spring turkey hunt in Kansas. You will not believe the amount of strutting toms we had in camera at one time, and you won't believe the results we end up with. Stay tuned for more high-flying, turkey strutting adventures after this. Throughout our season, we brought you segments focused on getting new hunters involved in the sport. Youth and women are one of the fastest growing segments in hunting, as well as vital to its future. The first part of this segment is near and dear to my heart. We're going to go out in my home state of Wisconsin on a ladies handler seminar. This seminar is designed to help women get involved in the handling and training of retrievers.
We're here at the Ladies Handler Seminar in Eustisford, Wisconsin. Tell me a little bit about what we're doing here.
This weekend's designed to be an opportunity for the ladies to come and learn the sport, the game of hunt test testing.
I do not like to do collar pressure, especially on young dogs.
What they have set up today is they got 3 distinct stations where they're teaching different concepts to the ladies on how to handle a dog. And it's going through the testing procedure for a finished test. So they're going to have a station where they run water. They're going to have a station where they run land. They're going to also do honoring, which is having your dog watch another dog work, and they'll work on blind retrieves. This is one of the stations behind me. Really a cool thing to see this many ladies getting involved in the sport.
It's a lot more stylish to be able to blow a whistle, the dog snaps around.
So how many people do we have here? We got 42 ladies, you had said?
42 ladies, 6 trainers from as far as Iowa.
And you've taken your time out to get more ladies involved, which is important.
The other thing I think I like about this is it's very family oriented. You know, so I can bring my kids here and know it's all good.
This is the Horicon Marsh Hunter Retriever Club. And we're out here, Ladies Handler Seminar you guys are putting on. It's teaching women about AKC, HRC hunt tests, and hunting in general, and putting them in an atmosphere where they can learn.
Our goal is to have these ladies just feel a little bit more comfortable with the new game they're learning.
For the last part of our Ladies Corner, we're going to go on a spring turkey hunt in western Kansas with our good friend Darren Wheeler of Home Run Outfitters. We had a new hunter, Helen Butt, who had never taken a turkey before. So Darren told us to bring her on up and that we try to get her first bird. You will not believe the amount of strutting toms we had in camera at one time, and you won't believe the results we end up with.
Shoot. Shoot. Helen, shoot the bird. Left.
So I'm running camera. I look over and Helen's froze. There are so many strutting toms around, she didn't know which one to shoot. She also was worried about having a clear shot and making a safe, ethical kill. At this point, I knew I had failed. We should have had a mentor sitting with her, and I was 10 feet away holding a camera. She still waited, almost got a shot. She learned a lesson. I'm sure she'll apply it to a future hunt.
I had 2 toms come within my sight, I don't know, about 20 yards, and went to move my gun away out of the trees, and I hit a tree, and then by the time I got my focus back and my sights on, 2 of them went over the hill.
Darren, what do you think?
We had a lot of birds in close, a lot of eyes, a lot of ears on us, so any little movement was caught.
I got to tell you, these real grand birds, this is the first time that I have set up on birds where we had that many fly downs. I know you saw it on video, but that was truly exciting. So although we didn't harvest a bird, man, that was something else.
Helen, what are you going to do if you get a bird 20 yards from you?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Next week on Sporting Dog Adventures, we head to the Nevada-California border on a valley quail hunt over 2 German short-hair pointers. We flush up a bunch of birds, and we have some high-flying valley quail action. Closed captioning is brought to you by Hadel's Game Calls.
We are doing all these different training techniques, trying to teach them the game of the retriever sports. Do you talk?
I do. I don't know what to say. It sounded like you were doing fine.
At least when we get done hunting, if we hunt the geese, we can pet cows. Because I want to pet a cow. Ooh, nice looking cows.
Everything you need his hair